Okay, now that I'm looking at how I came to this point of understanding, right? Because like I say, man, if you like I always tell people, it's a difference between being lied to and being lied on, right? So if my wife, my daughter, and my son was lied to, then this is what I'm telling my friends. Are you telling me that I'm supposed to allow my wife to believe a lie? But then you a man of God, and I read the Bible, and then I say to you, hey man, the child of the devil, the Bible describes as a person that can't tell the truth. Now here I am telling you the truth, giving you evidence of it, and you telling me to lie to my wife. So now when I'm looking at your father in the Bible, right, it says your father is a liar and a murderer from the beginning. So the first murderer on record is Cain. So if you say Adam is your father, right, then Cain is you. And I'm Abel. Cause you afraid for one because of my works, right? Just like Cain was afraid of Abel's works, right? See, but in the scripture it says he was angry. But how fear, right, of rejection brings about anger from the person that was accepted, right? So now in the beginning of sibling rivalries, right? It was one person like me, for whom the Bible described as Abel, gave an offering from the earth, right? So that means that he grew something. Now, Cain probably was a singer, right? Think about it, because he brought something too. But the person, the king or their father was saying, well, what can I do with this? See, that if you read the scripture, now what Abel brought forth, he could nourish his body with. It came from the soil, right? It was a vegetable. It was something that can quench hunger or quell it, right? Depending on if you thirsty for food. See, because here we are, right? We let the person who made us ignorant teach us understanding. But in the Bible it say, in all things get ye understanding. So that means it puts the onus on you, right? But see, in the Bible, right, or the way that the false prophet is teaching it, they take it off of you and they put it on Jesus, right? And you saying, well, that's not scripture. Well, if it say in all things get ye, see, so that's when you read my books, right? I go like a map, see, because they taught me how to read maps. And they taught me how, with legends, right? Not, see, we call a legend a basketball player, magician, a rapper, a singer. See, those who we call legends. See, that's why I'm telling you about Cain and Abel. Okay, now let's go to Minister Malcolm X, right? Okay, see, Minister Malcolm X was a hustler. You understand what I'm saying? He was a pimp. He was a robber, right? So he still had that hustle in him, but he started hustling for Allah, right? So now, think about this now. We talking about Cain and Abel. See, one was talking about Allah, right? And he had a bunch of followers. But when Minister Malcolm X came along, he had that pimp mentality, but his heart had changed, right? So he could go to a woman and talk to her with that passion, right? Just like I'm doing. See what I'm saying? Because he ain't even looking at it the way he once looked at it, like I used to. See, because once I had to talk to my wife, right? And she, she blew me off, but not really. Like, she kept talking, but the game, she blew off. So now here I'm a player. Now you done blow me off. Wait a minute, this work. You understand what I'm saying? I done bam, I done did this. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, when you taught how to get what you want, then you know how to get it. Right? So now, but if a person is taught how to test, or they done built up in their mind, right? Like, man, I ain't finna fall for that foolishness. But it's something in this, what he's saying, right? So let me listen, but let me let him know I see the foolishness, right? Now, both of us falling for the game. See what I'm saying? Because I'm falling for her because she bunking the game, and she falling for me because I'm popping it. See what I'm saying? So we end up just loving each other. And now I don't want another woman because she won me over. So how do you think it look when a pimp get won over? Now he a real bona fide pimp, right? But this woman done changed his heart. He'll be like Minister Malcolm X. See, because he trying to protect this relationship, not work it. And that's what I'm trying to tell other hustlers. I'm saying, listen, man, once you find what you looking for, why wouldn't you keep it if you hustling? Why would you hustle it away from you if you a hustler? See what I'm saying? So once you get the diamond, now you got to stop hustling, looking for what you got. And now you got to put your stamp on it, right? See, now you got to protect it. You got to let it know it's a diamond. And see, you saying, see, baby, everything I told you, you made it so. Because you made me see that you was worth it. So see, I started hustling to give you, see what I'm saying, instead of make you go and get me.